Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Ready, set, go. KONG and Lady K. It's go real or go home. 1 hour of what was, what is, and what will be. We in the building with 7 Mile Radio, right? Mark DeAndre, and we got the owner. Y'all already know. Everybody know him. You feel me? If you don't know him, you know that spot, right? The D spot. You feel me? The name is out there. The brands are out there. You know what I'm saying? The affiliations are definitely for real. So we appreciate having you in the building. Lady K, you want to take over for him? Say hello.
Hey, Wood, how you doing?
There we go. There we go. We got D Wood in the
Me and you both
building.
do not have our headphones on. Put them headphones on for me, Wood. What's been going on, baby? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling blessed, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good as I can I can under the certain circumstances. Let me flip this around.
Well, most importantly, I want to tell you that I love you. I love the family. Definitely, the family is in my prayers. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And just glad that you still moving and grooving. And,
I can't have it no other way, just to keep on moving and grooving, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna stop. Like I say, no matter what the situation is, life still goes on. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, we stand prayerful, we stand united as a family, and we gotta get through everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, the main thing about it is stop killing these girls out here in the city of Detroit.
Most definitely. You can say that again for the people in the back. But I want to thank you for coming to sit down with us here at 7 Mile Radio. Go real or go home.
Absolutely, I appreciate the opportunity.
What's good, Con? How you been today?
I'm good. I've been running around like crazy, you know. We here for Juneteenth, you know, first and foremost, as far as why the show was created. And we thank 7 Mile Radio for giving us that platform after all these years. It's taking off, right? It's a lot of people talking about it as we get closer to June 1st, as Memorial Day gets out of the way. It's going to become even more relevant to a lot of people. Our goal is to get our community locked in on Juneteenth and being prepared for it throughout the year. So we putting a lot of things into place with that, but as we move forward, we of course highlighting black business owners, talented brothers and sisters with brands and portfolios that need pushing and need supporting. We have enough people right here in this city to make some of our own stars, right? In some cities where you can make a star right there in that city, and by the time you done heard of them, they already big where they from. You know what I'm saying? I remember that happened with the Yin Yang twins. I didn't know who they was by the time, you know what I'm saying, they hit up here, but they was already who they was down south. They was all over the place. And we have a lot of young people that'll be performing this year. So we want our young people to support our young people.
Absolutely.
Right, the only way that's going to happen, though, the moms and dads got to be like, oh, if you want something, you know, to listen to, download old girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, so to have your young people support their young people, we can make our stars right here in the city, right?
Absolutely.
Because we do grow to become stars, you know what I'm saying? D Wood, you a star, you know what I'm saying? You one of the city stars, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I appreciate
You feel me? You shine bright, the D spot shine bright. All the ups and downs, you have not hesitated to share that with the people.
Absolutely.
And transparency, unfortunately, even though they ain't gonna be real with you, you gotta be real with them.
Hey man, I don't know nothing else but to be real, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why I live my life with transparent. Like you said, the key word with me is I live my life transparent. You know what I'm saying? I don't sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold back. Like I said, I'm just as real as they come. It's like Jeezy say, but I take it as a compliment and as honor. Cause like I said, I'm from I was bred from the old school. You know what I'm saying? Where we had the OGs and we had big mamas and you know what I'm saying. We had the we was taught morals and values, you know what I'm saying, as far as coming up. So I still try to practice that in my daily life and go by respect and loyalty.
Bless that, man. Can you tell us, give us a history on the D spot? Like, did you start out selling clothes online, or was this way back before that? You know what I'm saying?
Basically, I was in the streets heavy, you know what I'm saying. I was, dipping and dabbing in the streets, you know what I'm saying. Doing this and doing that. I went and sat down, got caught up, went and sat down for a minute. While I was gone, I put a blueprint together. At the same time, my wife was like, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? We can't go through this no
That's
more.
right.
You
When
know
you
what I'm
gonna
saying?
come home and do
One
different,
time,
baby.
one and out, one and
You know,
out.
she was like, you got entrepreneur skills, entrepreneur spirit. You know what I'm saying? Use all your connections on some legit shit. So
Right.
that's what. Then, like I said, I was always every time we go out of town or family reunion or just out of town, I would have some Detroit Pistons on, some tight, anything. They
All
was
the
like,
time.
then everybody was like, you need to come on with your own brand. You know what I'm saying? So. After Detroit versus Everybody came out, I was really trying to piggyback off them and come out with. They came out with Detroit period. I mean Detroit versus Everybody. I came out with Detroit period. So I was just trying to piggyback off them, and it just like I said, just spread it, and everybody was repping Detroit period for me for the last few years and supporting the D spot. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all the love and support that I have had so far within the last 6 years.
And let them know where's the D spot located for those that don't know, and for some that didn't been in it and didn't even know where they was at.
For sure. 13148 West McNichol /6 Mile for my hood folks. Between Schaefer and the Lodge Freeway, man, right there on the corner of Ward, across from where the old Connie and Barbie restaurant used to be, if y'all familiar with that area.
We gonna get that GPS together, man. That GPS with that McNichols, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get it together. It's gonna say 6 Mile eventually. We just gotta talk to the right people, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to being an entrepreneur, what are some of the downs you face that you had to get over? Right, we're gonna talk about your successes, but what are some of the? Because they got rap music that tells them, and this is the mantra, that they've never taken a loss. They listen to rappers that they've never taken a loss. You know what I'm saying? Can you tell them about some of the things you've gone through with the D spot?
Yeah, as far as and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and because like I said, I'm very strong on like Detroit. Like I said earlier, it's called Detroit versus Everybody. In Detroit, it's Detroit versus Detroit for some reason.
Unfortunately.
You know what I'm saying? Like we the only city that I know that go against the grain, as far as the entertainment, as far as the black businesses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I say, I haven't had any really major L's. I won't call them L's. I call them learning lessons because you know what I'm saying? Because I jumped in the game, not knowing. What I was doing, you know what I'm saying? I jumped in, like I said, like from earlier, like my wife put me up on game and gave me the ultimatum or whatever. Took the last shoebox money. And then, like I said, I started doing it out my basement, out the trunk of the car. I'm meeting people at the mobile gas station everywhere. I'm pulling up on people. Facebook, I get hit to social media. Number one question is where you located at. Where you located at. So that's how the D spot came. Like I said, I searched, did the research, prayed on it, and I ended up finding the building and opening it up with on faith, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, like I say, people don't know. They think it's real easy just to say, I'm about to open up a black business. You know what I'm saying? So it is, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, I did my research. I try to network with other organizations, other brands, other black businessmen, which is cool. Like I say, people was, they receptive to it, but it's half of them is not, you know what I'm saying, receptive to it because they feel that you might be getting more clout than them or whatever. And then I hate to say it, another thing in Detroit, you got to have some type of status to succeed.
Yes, it works a lot. It works a lot better for you, a lot faster for you if you do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I'm still doing everything off the hip with no problem. You know what I'm saying. By the grace of God. You know what I'm saying.
Most
So.
definitely.
Well, a true entrepreneur can always make their own path, and sometimes you're gonna have to. You might have to jump off that road from time to time and shake and do your own thing.
Facts.
So all of us don't start out with those social circles, but we create them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I first started doing Juneteeth, it was just the first year. It was the 1 year. It was 2010, and nobody knew. But now I can look up and say, well, I've known Mark DeAndre for 12 years now.
And everybody
We've worked
helped
on
on it.
Juneteenth for
Absolutely.
years together. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
when I see people who already been out here and they say, oh, well, I've known this person 30, 40 years. It's like, well, yeah, you got to get to it.
Yeah.
You got to actually know a person that long, and then that's where those type of things come from. So it's not just, and that's what I learned, because I thought if I just met you at a gas station, and it was like, for some people it worked that way, right? But for some, based on where they are in their social circles and how they move.
Right, because I'm a people's person.
Yes, you're going to have to go through somebody they know to end up with them there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm glad to have this platform where we can sit down and get to know some of our black business owners.
Absolutely.
And
I appreciate being here at this platform. So shout out to everything. Like I say, that 7 Mile Radio. Like I said, I was supposed to be here a long time ago through this program, but I'm here now. And like I say, shout out to y'all for everything that y'all doing. Shout out to everything that you do for the community. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, he out here with the new news van, man. That black thing, y'all gonna see that black
hey,
thing,
man.
man.
I mean, he making some noise out here. You know what I'm saying?
Most
So that's what we need. We need some real guys. We need the OGs to come back and get out here and hit the streets, man. Because it's too, like I say, it's too dangerous. They shooting at the police now. So, I mean, so
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So what the hell?
And see the-
Women,
and see the-
kids, police.
Yeah, you know,
ain't-
and all that
ain't
is
no-
off
ain't no
limits,
boundaries,
say.
man.
You know what I'm
Ain't nobody
saying?
say.
You know,
And-
ain't nobody safe no
Yeah,
more.
ain't nobody
Ain't no rules or regulations out here no more. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
see, that's the thing. Well, that's why the real continues to get together,
Fact.
but they still stay to themselves.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Well,
If we gotta be able to build those bridges. You feel me? If you like, let me put it like this. I don't really know. You gotta be playing like if you already have your business and you don't have your nonprofit arm, then you need to link with somebody near you to have one. You feel me?
Right.
Right now, if you pay taxes, then you need to link with. If you have a business and you pay taxes, then you need to link with somebody close to you
Yeah.
that has a nonprofit.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And they paperwork is legit, and then y'all can figure it out
Absolutely.
from there. We ain't gotta say no more.
And
than
I
that.
look forward
You
to
feel
working
me?
with all nonprofits,
Yes,
especially
sir.
black
Yes, sir.
nonprofit organizations. That's what we about. Especially with I'm the president of this new foundation, this new organization called the Adidas. Well, we're not the Adidas, we're the Adidas Dogs, but we really call it the Detroit Dogs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're just a secondary to the Adidas Dogs group, our social group. You know what I'm saying? So this is a group of OGs. I don't know if you're familiar with the Adidas Dolls.
Yes,
the girls
yes. We
group.
didn't see the dogs show up. We seen y'all show up to something one day, man, and the presence was so crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody walking together.
Yeah.
The good brother Uchi Khan was there.
Shout out
you
to
know what I'm
Uchi
saying?
Khan,
Yeah,
you know
shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
Uchi. Listen, it was
Ceasefire.
Seeing it was a beautiful thing, man. You know, that's Rahan Detroit, and we appreciate him.
Absolutely.
But we appreciate and this is what I'm saying now. So this is what happens. You got a group of brothers that was able to organize well enough to do all the things that the Adidas Dogs and the Detroit Dogs have done.
Yes.
What we want is for y'all to now, like a lighthouse, you feel me, put that light out and then start searching for the next group of brothers who didn't last as long as y'all. Now this is what we want. This is what we don't want to happen, right? We are grown enough to know all the ups and downs. We're not trying to say all of a sudden everybody supposed to become over familiar. Y'all not supposed to all of a sudden become business partners.
No.
We supposed to decide, well, what's the move and how we gonna all move on that together. You feel me?
I accepted the president patch due to us obligating giving back to the neighborhood, giving it back to the community in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm very strong-minded and passionate about that. That's why I accepted being the president of this, besides going to hang out and bump and grind and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The presence is important, man. If I'm 37 years old, I just seen that video last year. If it can have an effect on an adult man, you know what I'm saying? Because brothers see y'all, and I know they be like, well, how do I, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those are
Absolutely.
adults.
Absolutely.
So it's the same movement
It's a
with
movement.
the young ones when they see y'all. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
And
We
that's
have
why
to
we-
show them that it's other squads and groups to be a part of besides gang and
we
the
such a-
same blue and red colors over and over
Absolutely.
and over.
We
again,
such a
bro.
monkey see, monkey do ass people, right? That's why and how a lot of those kids got into them gang situations in the first place. Just going along to get along, shit. So we need to give them some cool shit to pattern themselves
Yes,
behind on.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
Positive shit.
Some positive,
Productive shit.
You know, we got to. Like I said, I feel obligated that to give these guys some guidance, some structure, some real game. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like I said,
still big homies, though. You know what I'm saying?
and
Like,
man, they call me. They
Yeah.
call me Uncle Wood out here. You know,
You
so I
feel
got.
me?
Like I said, that's
Salute to that.
that's my title out here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So and I take that. I honor that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and like I said, I survived the '80s. You know what I'm saying? You're a little younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when we came up, it wasn't about no blue rag or no red rag or nothing like that. We was bred for money. We was protecting the elderly.
Right.
We was, no women was off limits. Wasn't no such thing as kids getting killed and you know what I'm saying. We held the block down. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to that village, to that core value of how the way we was raised.
Well, see, people think that's impossible, and it's not. My understanding of how to get back to that would be to create a space where young people who ain't really about that life have somewhere to go and be comfortable with other young people who ain't really about that life. You feel me? And what that does is it narrows that lane for those who are.
That's true.
You feel me? And now when they turn 20-some years old, the ones who supposed to be there are
Right,
there.
Okay, let me respond to that, and I'm hearing about it the last couple. But first of all, we got to get back like we had recreation centers.
Yeah.
Boys and girls
We
club.
had Boys and Girls Club. We had the YMCA Club. You know what I'm saying? We had
Right.
places
Bustle
where
parks and all
you know,
that.
so we
Yeah.
had, you know what I'm saying? We had places where we can go and get that guidance with
Shout out to Lipke Rec Center. Yeah.
all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was, you know, we had the swimmobile. You know what I'm saying? We
I've
had,
seen
you know what I'm
pictures of
saying?
that,
You know,
yeah.
you know, we had Belle back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We had
Places
you know,
to go, things to
We had
do.
the places to do, places to go, and where, you know, it was family atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to worry about what was going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, you weren't supposed to use profanity in front of elders. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Now they, you know, going
Drinking
crazy.
and smoking in the park
You
in
know what
front
I'm
of the
saying? Right,
kids.
you know
Well,
what
they
I'm
all went. Well, a lot of them, when we talk about them, they all being the same person. You feel me? I've noticed through doing mentoring that we got a lot of young people that are ending up in certain spaces just because no one's really paying attention.
They're
You
not
feel
paying
me?
attention. Nobody's
It's not
watching.
where they want to be. It's
Taking
just that wasn't
accountability,
nobody
though.
really paying
Yeah.
attention. So I kind of end up hanging out with them now, and this is what I do now. And now I'm trying to live up to this now, no matter what it may be. You feel me? When we created this mentor group years ago in the Lipke Rec Center in the park, the playground there, it was only on Saturday because we didn't have a place. You feel me? They had shut our rec center down for about 9 years.
Absolutely.
While they decided what to do with it.
Absolutely.
It was an entire generation of us that just didn't even get to use that rec. They killed it. They wait for the generation
Yeah.
of. They had a whole plan. You feel me?
Yes,
when they
most
opened it back up,
definitely.
it was something we could afford.
The rec was our comfort zone.
Yes, but when they opened that back up, it was something we couldn't afford for the municipal people. None of us could afford to be there. You know what I'm saying? And now our young people who big brothers used to hoop in there all day were shooting dice out in front of the building.
With
you
the
know what I'm
40s.
saying? You feel me? But you took away that little space
The
they
core-
used to
the
be
core
in where
value.
where they use basketball for their bravado. Now they toting guns because of it, and they act like it's not by design. But they've been building cities and structuring cities long enough to know what taking a rec center will do from young people.
Hey, man,
you know what
like I
I'm
say,
saying? It's not by mistake.
They took them from the east to the west. They took
Yeah.
'em- they, you know, they closed all over. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're trying to bring a couple of them back. You know what I'm saying? But that was, like I say, that was our comfort zone, far as, or either just like I say, the neighborhood park or the block. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you still have Big Mama, you still have Auntie and them down right around the corner. You still can get checked.
But
by
see,
you know what I'm
I
saying? But-
believe that those things still exist. It's just like when they would say, "Well, ain't no music with no content." It's like it is. You gotta look for it. It ain't gonna be where they giving it to you from, right? So those brothers and sisters like yourself, those big mamas, they still out there. They still in those hoods. They just not as voices they used to be because they ain't got nobody that had a back. You feel
Man,
me?
what-
Soon as she check your kid, that mama
Okay.
might go off on
Absolutely.
her.
That's what I say. It's no more of that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And like I say, and I always emphasize about this generation. You know what I'm saying? This generation is a whole new different generation from the generation before that. Like I said, we familiar with the crack baby era. We familiar with the crack baby. These are the crack babies. Babies.
Babies.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so they you know, no guidance, no structure, you know what I'm saying? Chemical imbalance. And then like I said, it ain't the chemical imbalance thing enhanced from the 40 ounce to the joint, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's done enhanced like tremendously from choices.
Right. They got to give them something. Well, see, that's the thing. The people who have this bad design are aware of those generations, right? We have people that hear that and be upset about it, right? They just automatically get mad because you even say crack baby, right?
Right.
Then they get even more upset. We say the crack baby's baby, but this is evolution. We had an entire era of us where most of us either cut it up or snorted it up, one or the other. So now you have the babies of those babies, right?
Facts.
And what we're letting you know is chemically inside of your blood, there is already something laying dormant there from 2 generations back
That's
that ain't
been
been woke up yet.
Yeah.
But every now and then, when you had a Tylenol or Darvocet or Motrin, this is back before just now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It made you feel a little something. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
That lean touched you somewhere. I'm just saying, lean wasn't something we all did. That was something that was down south. They was dipping.
Yeah.
We didn't know nothing about that. It took off because
Okay.
this new generation
That's what I'm
enjoyed
saying.
that high.
That's
you
what I'm
feel
saying.
me?
Like I said,
they've been
everything-
waiting on you.
Everything
Yes.
is on this thing right here. Everything is on the tube. You know what I'm saying? Everything is right there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? From like I say, and like I say, I'm straight. I'm down with gangster rap. I'm down with Detroit rappers. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, the music now that's especially in Detroit is dictating these kids' lives in the city of Detroit. It's dictating. You know what I'm saying? From these with this new stuff, Dracos and all this new artillery. You know what I'm saying? We had 38 specials or 25 caliber, you know what I'm saying? These guys coming out with some drums and like I said, they shooting at the police now. No
it's
respect.
Just, look, it's not, and this is what, and I always think about what people's debates and arguments will be. It's not that people did not die. It's not that drugs were not sold. What have changed now is the population of the people doing that. It's too many for them to all be real about it, for them to all care about it. At one point, let's just, for example, when they say, go ahead.
Or is this that you talking about the group that's participating in it now? It's a whole different age bracket.
Yes.
We talking about kids, teenagers that's out
it
here
used to be
shooting
grown
and popping.
men
It used
that
to be
did
grown,
that.
right? And it's
Right.
not to condone it as if the grown men was cool for doing it, but now it's just like it gravitated all the way down to the kids.
Okay,
and literally,
let's say
it's
why
in the
I
schools now.
did that though. It was easier for the children to remain children when the men were being men, right? Whether he was sliding out to go move a little back or not, he was coming home. You feel me?
Hey, we held the household down.
Yes. So he changed.
No matter if he
breaks
had the
in day,
family
he
on the
slid
other
his
side of
shot
town, you know
pool
what I'm
at
saying?
night. His kids knew to be in his bed and in his house when he got there.
It was rules and regulations.
Yes. I had a family like that in my family. He was a firefighter though, but he was always gone. Him being gone 24, 48 hours did not change the fact that those 9 boys knew they had to be in that house at a certain time.
it was
and he wasn't
structure.
gonna
They
have
still
no
respected the structure.
Right.
It was
so
structured.
it always comes back to we let it go. We slipped. You know what I'm saying? We let it go for too long. And everything was a derivative of another because going out and sliding and hustling is what eventually led to us not being there in the first place. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
and then let me elaborate on that. Like I say, we grew up with hustlers. You know what I'm saying? That was our forte, Detroit guys. You know what I'm saying? Hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Before that, you know what I'm saying? It was like I say, your father might be at one of the big three. You know what I'm saying? Mom's holding the household and the kids down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no matter what he was doing, he would go if he was bumping, moving, and grooving. The household, the bills. He would come home and make sure the bills was tight.
Yeah.
Make sure the groceries in the crib. Make sure you might get a fresh pair of Tom or canned shoes or something. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, and then do his thing. But the men was respectable back there. You know what I'm saying? They even wore Stacey Adams shoes back then. You know what I'm saying? With the creases, with the gabardine pants. But we lost respect when our generation, my generation, we lost respect because instead of saying, what's up, Unc, and Unc schooling us, and Big Bro schooling us and putting us up on game, we went to saying, Unc, try this, let me know how it is. We went to serving Unc. We went to serving Big Bro. We went to serving Auntie.
Right.
And that respect level dwindled on down to no respect at all where we dropped the ball in my generation because that was our fault because it was the epidemic. You know what I'm saying?
So then now when the next generation comes, you got a whole generation before them that look at all their elders like they ain't nothing but dope fiends and sack chasers, and they'll use you for anything. They'll set you up. But this is because, again, this is what I always tell people. When we go hard about this, I remind them that just 20 years before this was not an issue.
No.
Drugs wasn't a problem until drugs were a thing. You feel me? We go back to at one point, it wasn't nothing but heroin, thanks to the soldiers. You feel me?
Yeah.
Certain amount of people had to afford it. You had to go through it. It still wasn't nothing that had affected us so gravely.
Right. It was taboo.
Yes, there were powers at work figuring out what would finally cause us to infight. Because when they say black on black crime, that wasn't a thing either. We didn't have an epidemic of us fighting each other when all we had was each other.
Thank you.
Feel me?
Yeah.
When they dropped the drugs in, that's one of the things that took away that village you was talking about because all of a sudden it became private. Every household became private. You feel me?
Absolutely.
There's either drugs in it or drugs being used.
Absolutely.
What goes on ain't your business. So then they say, well, what happened to the real? Even the hustlers don't look out. Well, in the 80s, one hood was ran by one dude.
Come on, man.
And he had to look out for everybody.
Come on, man.
And once the 90s hit and everybody was like, I'm going to get my own bag. Well, take care of your own damn house.
Yeah.
And then that's when the women had to realize, well, your man is actually a dope
Mess
fiend.
this up.
And he needed to work with dog because when he got his own bag, he just started getting high in your bathroom. You feel me? Every woman gonna ride what they do, but every dude was not cut out to be no leader. They ain't never been cut out to have a bag. Every dude ain't been cut out to be a shooter. Every dude ain't cut out to be a lawyer, doctor, or a fucking garbage man. It's on him first to know where he at, and it's on you to try to nudge and point that shit out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I love when we like, well, it was funny when we watched All About the Business. He's like, baby, stop. You can't fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, for real, how many times have she saved your life, though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't stop, chill.
She shook
no,
him
you
off his
can't
back.
scrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill. You know what I'm saying? So we got to tug our own. We got to pull our own coattails, and other people, we got a lot in the tug our coattails.
Man,
too.
the village is possible to bring back, man. I believe it's possible, man. Like I said, we just got to, like I said, we got all these community activists. We got all these, you know what I'm saying, leaders out here from the streets, know about the streets. We all got to just come together in some type of way, man. And just,
We got to.
and the rappers got to step in.
Yeah, even if it's just from a financial point, mind you don't all of a sudden got to become about nothing and get involved. Listen, you have to do just like other coaches do. Make sure that your money is going where it need to be going. Make sure your efforts and your resources, when you can make a phone call and shoot a video and get 200, 300 people to a block, half of those people got kids. When somebody tell you they doing something for the children, you need to make the same text message and send all the same people with their babies out there. You feel me? Now you done stood over the video and kept everybody calm for the video. Y'all done party smoking left. Now I need you to come to this book event, this book bag event, and stand over here and make sure don't any crazy ass young people do nothing stupid while they babies get these book bags and leave. You have a purpose here. You have a role you can play. Right?
Well,
you just have to
that
take
comes
it.
into accountability, and accountability starts with you first. So yeah, he might be able to do this for a rap video and get all the females to twerk and all the drug dealers out, but can we really account for his credibility to be over our children? And like you guys said, some people can and some people
No,
can't.
we don't need him to be over them. We
But-
need you to be the
but
draw
hear me
to
out.
bring the babies
But hear me
here.
out. But hear me out though, because at the same time, that energy. You talk about energy now, because that young man might not even be there yet. He might not be there. He might come in there high as hell off of whatever drugs they doing now. Do we really want that? So I feel like
Yes.
if he can't, we need him stay in our lane. But we also still need these elders to grab them, because these young brothers out here are lost.
No,
They're lost.
if we talking about a young man that already got his money and got his caliber, there's no one to grab him now. We asking him to choose.
Money doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good man and you
we-
can be able to lead a bunch of children to
We're not.
safety.
No, I believe you misheard me. I am not asking them to lead anyone. What I asked them to do is use the same star power that you can draw those parents
Right.
and ask them to bring their children to receive their benefits from their community organizations. You don't have to do anything other than what other famous rappers do and be like, oh yeah, I rock with that. And it's in your neighborhood. Like, it's in your neighborhood. You need to put your stamp on that, because the people with those babies who just hanging out on the porch, they still need free hot dogs, book bags, and immunizations and all that stuff. They have babies too.
And that's what I'm saying though. That's why the youth in the city of Detroit is looking up to these rappers. They looking up to them, and these rappers is literally making professional videos with real stuff involved in the video, guns, dope,
Right,
whatever.
because that's the lifestyle that they're living.
They living. They coming from that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And they living it, and they showing that it's okay to be like this, instead of saying that it's there for entertainment purposes or whatever.
And that's what I meant about when I
So
was
that's
saying
why I
them
said
doing something.
they need to come back and verbally and be visible
That's what
in
I'm
these
talking
streets and saying, stop shooting each other, stop the violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So they're
You know
not
what I'm
living it, they can't
saying?
do it.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But like I
what
said,
I'm saying.
we can
Yeah.
still enjoy your lyrics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't got to take them to heart. Far as
Well, that's why they don't do that, because they want those particular type of people. And I don't just mean rappers. I mean anybody with any type of influence. But those particular type of people, they're not interested in coming and going against something they rap about, because they want you to believe this really is what they're doing. We have some rappers that purposely, somebody at the door.
No.
Oh, we have some people that purposely, they make sure they let you know when talking about something that happened before, right? But then we got something, that's why they dying so much right now, because they're still proving themselves right now, right? But when we got people like, I don't even want to say no names, because everybody knows something about somebody, right? But what I'm saying is those people who trying to change themselves and do better, who taking that step to buy restaurants, laundromats, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are, when they taking
Okay,
those steps.
absolutely.
We don't need you to come here and do nothing other than, like you say, if you can put the stamp on this and they willing to show up to this, we just need you to stamp on that organization and make sure you know that, look, in this neighborhood, because we've done that before, walked through neighborhoods and been stared at by people, but then when you go to the neighborhoods and you actually talk to people now, because you spoke to these people, you don't have them same issues when you walk through this neighborhood. People are actually answering your door this time when you come.
because you're being transparent.
Yeah, but then those people who we're irritated by, if they're moving properly, their voices count in that 8 block, 9 block.
Hey,
That's
man,
the key word,
that-
moving properly.
I mean, if they not gonna come to you if they ain't. We have these conversations for those people who are, to know there's somewhere for you to come. If you somebody with some, if you want to do something right, but you halfway over here, then there are people out here who all the way together who like, listen, we can definitely use your support.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So we need to say that because there's people sitting around right now that always happened that didn't know that anybody would rock with them. We didn't know anybody would rock with us when we first started doing community work until Mothers of Murdered Children and Andrea Patterson did that. You know what I'm saying? When she took us and did public photos with us, a bunch of reformed convicts, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just wanted to give out Christmas gifts. You feel me? But somebody got to rock with you the first time. You know what I'm saying? So we just want those brothers to know that if that's what they're looking for, it's not us, it's somebody closest to you. Right, it's a brother and a sister or two aunties or something that y'all can link together and make sure they spaghetti go crazy or they little part. You don't have to just be spending all your money on yourself and on the BS. Is what I'm saying. Like the investments are out here for you, and the support is out here for you, and those things come
That's
back.
all
to
they
you
wanted,
one way
some
or another.
support. That's all they wanted, some care and concern from. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I made a live video the other day, and it went viral. Damn near. Matter of fact, it did go viral. But, when I was speaking on the mothers and daughters relationship, you know what I'm saying? I was telling people, emphasizing to the ladies and the mothers and aunties that they need to be more nosy in their daughters' lives at this point of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, they know it's time out to be girl chummy chum with your daughter, because the first thing the daughter's got to do is get influenced by a guy. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing you got to do is be like, baby, hit this, try this, you know what I'm saying? And it's got to be a rap. And then we're not even talking about the sex trafficking aspect of it. We're just talking about right now, they killing ladies. They killing little girls. My niece who just got found in the field in Southwest Detroit last week. So other than that, then on the east side, the little girl got found burned up in the car in the field. Then the little 17-year-old ended up doing a little carjacking thing with the guys, and they end up killing her or whatever. So it was like 4 or 5 black females that was killed in the city of Detroit within 1 week. You know what I'm saying? And there's nobody that's being accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's being held responsible for that. So you know what I'm saying? So we should, as a people, we should be fed up. You know what I'm saying?
We going on the 1-year anniversary of y'all podcast sister being murdered, right? So it's like that shit is way beyond the point of needing to be resolved and needing to be checked. Like I don't understand why we are. I just don't know, man. Why? How do we let this shit go on without being checked? You know what I'm saying? How do we like? And it's always
because the good guys don't want to spill no blood. It's not even that, man. Because the snitching ain't gonna do it. The good guys don't want to spill no blood. I'm gonna tell you. You already said you done changed your life around. You feel me? I'm Mr. Changing Man. I already know you straight. You feel me? But if you ain't really gonna pick up a strap and go murk the fools who acting stupid, ain't nothing gonna do it.
Okay.
Ain't nothing gonna do it.
Okay.
You feel me? They have to start dropping for what they did, because us bringing back, they be like, they need to bring back the death penalty. The death penalty is where it's at. People still get killed there all the time.
I was about to
know
say,
what I'm saying?
like, making stricter laws on murder and guns is not gonna stop people who are already breaking laws from breaking laws.
Absolutely.
Right.
And the thing about it though, like, and I hate to say it like this and emphasize it like this, but back in the day, with the gunplay, somebody got murked, it was something to it. You know what I'm saying? You done messed up and did
It wasn't
something.
senseless acts.
It wasn't senseless. It wasn't no senseless murders.
But see, when we gotta remember when we say that to the people
it wasn't two
pulling the
guys
trigger is not senseless.
standing at the gas station waiting for a young lady to come out to pump her gas and end up robbing her for her car or kidnapping her and raping her or whatever the case may be.
Senseless.
It wasn't nothing. It wasn't none of this. You know what I'm saying? If it was some fist fight, it was between neighborhoods. Then you go play football and then go get over. You know what I'm saying? You know, so all I'm saying is that it's just in Detroit right now. In this present day of time in Detroit, it's two things. It's too easy to be killed, and it's too easy to kill in the city of Detroit. And that just, you know what I'm saying, that's just the way it is. And like I said, we can't fault the police on this. The police trying, I guess they do, you know, they like I said, they shooting at the police now with these automatic weapons. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the police for doing the best they can, you know what I'm saying?
It's a hard fight, man.
It's funny. I used to be able to for hours talk on this subject, but I'm lost for words. I'm a mother.
Absolutely.
I'm a sister. I'm a niece. I done buried a black man in so many different levels of this topic. I'm tired. I don't have an answer.
That's how I feel.
I just, I'm my tears. I'm all cried out. I'm numb. I'm a little under because I mean, sitting here, I just found out about the shooting down there in Texas. Is it?
Oh, shout out to the
And
kids.
I'm lost for words.
Absolutely.
Because I haven't grasped my breath from the buffalo shooting.
Absolutely.
I haven't really even spoken on that one. And I'm just tired. I'm numb. And I don't have no words. I don't have no answers. Only thing I know is that it needs to stop. And it needs to stop now. But I know it's going to start somewhere. And I know one place
It seems like it's going to get worse before it get better, as they always say.
And unfortunately, it is because we've been saying this for years. Is it
Well,
going to get worse? It's going to
but-
get better. And it keep getting
but
worse.
see,
It keep
this is
getting
the
worse.
thing,
And it's
But
keep
things-
getting worse.
It's
Why
keep
we-
getting worse.
It's getting
But
worse.
it's got to though, and but it is changing at the same time. It is getting better, and it is changing at the same time.
you know
But
what
it's
I'm
gonna
saying?
take time. It's gonna take time.
We need guys like you, your organization, the Juneteenth Foundation, and everything that's going on. We need to put that history back into this generation because they don't have there's no history. We had history.
I believe that if that's gonna be done, it has to be done in a coalition of people they respect at one time.
Absolutely.
They cannot
Absolutely.
listen. And I'm on everything I love. They can't just. They're not gonna care. Somebody got to tell them to be quiet while someone better than any of us talks. Someone who knows better. That's not gonna get them to sit down and be quiet. So we have to be there to tell them to be quiet and listen. But somebody else got to have, and this is what I'm saying on some real shit. Somebody else got to have the money to gather them to feed them. Because they got to eat when they get there, right? And then somebody got to tell them to shut up while they're eating, while somebody talk to them. If you can do that once a week, you would change somebody every single week.
If you change one
Every single week. And then when you start telling them where they can come to on the weekdays, the ones who ain't really for that shit, they're going to start coming. Yeah. And they're just going to start hanging out.
I can say that one thing that has gotten better, we are talking more.
Mm-hmm.
We as a people.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking more. We're wanting more. And it's not just about money. I noticed that I can give our people the credit that we are starting to listen more. It's gonna take time. I ain't saying we all are, because some are still.
I love us.
But you know, I love us too. I'm not saying that I dislove us. I love us. But what I can say that we had a moment in our
tighten up.
where it was be quiet, shut up, go in the back, let grown folks talk. Don't be
Stay
quiet.
in
You
your
ain't
place.
stay in your place. You ain't got no opinion. You gonna eat this. Then we went to the voice your opinion, baby. How you feel?
Go to timeout.
You know, and so we went through all these channels because there was no book that was given to you when you was born to your mother on how to raise wood. Wasn't no book for you.
Shout out to my OG. She tuned in now.
Hey, Mama
she
Wood, how you doing,
making
baby?
all kind of comments.
But I mean, there was no guidelines to life in itself. There is really no guide. We live and learn from other people's lessons on how we live. But what I can say is, in my little 40 years of life, I can say I seen a change in our people where we are starting to talk more.
I don't know, and I agree with you.
To
But
each other, and what I'm saying
one
is to
thing we
each
gotta
other.
agree on. These are things we gotta agree on. Regardless of whether or not you feel like your kid's gonna clean toilets every day, they should all know they can't rape women.
Most definitely.
You feel me? So how we decide to raise them in the day you put into them, all right, fine. Can't nobody tell you your kids can't jump on couches. All right.
That's my point.
But
Going
your
back
son
to
should know
home.
that they shouldn't be killing brothers over words. But at the same time, when you say they shouldn't kill brothers over words,
You got somebody
then
next though.
yes, this is the thing though. You can't then support someone slapping someone over words. Like they're not ready to really live peacefully.
See?
You cannot support violence if you want a peaceful place to live. You telling your son he can't be fighting in school, but he just watched you go hard for a month over how somebody should slap somebody when they talk bold to their fiance or their wife.
Right.
Okay, so when
As
I'm at
far
the
as
liquor
at
store
home.
and dog says something sideways to my girl, I up mag on him. Mama, why you mad at me? I just saw you say a real man gonna stand up for his wife.
Most
I
definitely.
love her.
Most definitely.
I shot dog in the head. He called her a bitch. So we can't do one thing and not do the other.
And that's true.
You feel
but
me?
Then, but then that's on the flip side. Let's just say that it is going good, and we are verbal and not with hands at home. But then I'm still sending my baby. I'm teaching my baby, and I'm showing my baby that you do not have to use violence to get a point across. But then I'm sending my baby to school to talk, to be able to use his resources.
Absolutely.
But then this little boy on the other side of the room is coming from a household that there is no parent.
Right.
That's coming from that same environment.
Coming
So
from the
how do we
system.
put 10 kids in one room and 5 from one side of the household is coming from households that are verbal, structured. But then the other 5 over here is raising themselves. YouTube is raising them. They be able to go. So it's like, where we balance that at? Where we balance that
I would
at?
like to answer that. There's no way for us to change what's going on in anybody's house. But one, we provide more outlets. Right? We provide more outlets at that school. I've been a part of after school programs. When I got there, they weren't dealing with anything those kids
They
were
don't
going
have 'em
through.
no more.
You feel me? So this is the thing. Parents got to say they want after school programs from outside people, not from another teacher. You have to ask your school, what programs are you bringing in? What community, in this community, what people can they run into in the liquor store that's also talking to them from 3:30 to 5:30? Then the next thing is this. No one said because you are peaceful, your children should not know how to defend themselves. There are conscious brothers and sisters that definitely believe in defending yourself and hand-to-hand combat, and they'll teach you all
Absolutely.
that. So
Yeah,
your
most
children
of
should
them.
not be pushovers.
That's the first rule there. Somebody
because
hit you,
they
you hit them
They're
back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
first
We
rule.
definitely believe
That's
in defending
the
ourselves.
first
But what we're
rule.
saying is, we want to know, and this is how we move in our next. We want to know that if we've done something, it was righteous. I know that my son moves in respect first. I know that if he bumps into you, he do not mind saying excuse me. Right? I know that could have offended you because you ain't got no daddy. You ain't got no structure. Nobody ever told you it's okay to let him pass. If he say excuse me, you let that man go. You still continue to tease him and make fun of him. You feel me? So I understand where you're coming from. I've been inside these classes. Shout out to Zach Carr, principal over at one of our high schools. Or listen, we done sat down with kids where you can look at them and tell who ain't bathing. Now, all of them that got into trouble together.
Right.
2 of them ain't bathing. One of them is dressed from polo from head to toe.
Right.
This one got his mama and his daddy. This one came alone.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. I look at cuz like, what are you even in this room for? You got a mama, a daddy, and an uncle. We all here. You get in trouble with a little man who look like he ain't changed that coat or he got hand. Why? What are you doing? You feel me? Our children don't know the difference because as a child, we all trying to prove the same thing.
Absolutely.
You feel
Absolutely.
me?
Absolutely.
Once we get old, we can tell the calibers and the differences.
Absolutely.
We know, oh, that ain't for me, that ain't for you. We got to start teaching our kids, look, this ain't for you. That ain't for you. It's okay to be, but they don't have movies like Boys in the Hood who said, let me out the car. They don't know it's okay to get out the car.
Yeah, but you know, back then we all went to Detroit public schools.
Okay.
Now you got academies,
You
charter
got
schools.
charter schools, right.
You got all
the
these
public
different.
school is gone.
It's still the same kids.
I mean,
though.
and the public's still there, but it's lacking. The system is lacking all the way around.
The teachers is lack of care. You know what I'm saying? All they saying that's why
Lack of pay.
That's lack of pay. You know what I'm saying? They say it's no genuine care if Tyrone know how to read or know how to do his arithmetic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with a time, like I said, the PSL schools, other school, the school district I came from, we had the administrators, counselors, you know what I'm saying, that was doing their job, you know what I'm saying, that was making sure. And then you got to understand about this pandemic, this online schooling. That messed a lot of kids, that messed the majority of kids up. As we
I'm a parent, it messed me up.
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying. So they missed that structure, classroom, you know, peer talking to their peers, in a classroom setting or whatever, teacher setting. You know what I'm saying, verbal.
It's back up though. It's back up. When you talk about those things, I'm gonna tell you one of the things that makes a cop. At my biggest, I was 6'6", 420 pounds. I stood in front of police officers getting pulled over. That even with his pistol, I knew. You feel me? Like, if I grab that gun and just start hammering you in your face, that's just going to be the end of this. But what gives them the bravery is the backup. Not only have they equipped me with everything I could need from head to toe, I know that backup is on the way. So this is where we lost it at. The teachers, based on when you say that you came up in the area where the people down the street could stop you and whoop your butt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you grew up and y'all didn't like that. You feel me? So that was it for that. Don't touch my kid. Stay out of my business. And plus, the dope is here now, so everything that is in our what happened in your house, stay in your house. Don't talk about nothing, right? Everything became really personal fast. So take care of your damn self, right? But while that was happening, the men that all became drug addicts and got locked up and died, right? But the women did been on their own and beefing with each other and not working together for the past 15 years. So it's, well, fuck you, I fucked your man, your man ain't shit, my man ain't shit. All of us bowl. Everybody been trying to figure it out. But what I know we ain't got is backup. You got parents that feel like the teachers ain't on the same page as them. You got teachers that feel like the parents ain't on the same page. I just worked at a school where 3 teachers ran the whole thing. The rest of them said nothing and did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to get beat up. They see the fights. They don't want to break the fights up because then the mama is cussing the teacher out because somebody grabbed their kid. How do I get your kid from fighting if I can't grab them? We done tied each other's hands and then said, save these kids. That's not going to work. You got to let a teacher be a teacher, and you got to encourage a parent to be a parent, and you got to walk up to that teacher and let your child see you say, we working together. You call me, I'm on his head. You call me, I'm on
Absolutely.
her head. I'm gonna
That's
drop them
what we
off
need.
at 8, and I want to pick them up at 4. If they not here at 11, someone call me because I'm watching them walk around the schools all day, and no one's saying it. They letting them sit in the hallways. They letting them sit in the
letting them free
steps.
Free Willy.
Man, I got fired from being a security guard because I was trying to secure shit.
I got a
I'm like,
call
man, y'all
yesterday.
gotta move around.
I got a call yesterday afternoon. I was getting off work here and go pick up Erin, my 11-year-old from school.
The 11-year-old.
First year in middle school. She said, Miss Cotton, I know you are very supportive. She said, it's a package that Aaron's going to be coming home with. We've been working on it for a week. It's due next week. He a little behind, but I know you as a parent going to make sure it's done.
Kudos.
Right. I said, you for sure enough, you right. Thank you. Aaron get in the car. Hey, Mom. Hey, Aaron. Got any homework? Nope.
Off bail with the lie.
Get to the crib. He goes straight to the remote control. I said, put it down. I said, that package that you got, that you a little bit behind, let me see it. He brought that package. I was so mad as a mother because the handwriting was chicken scratch. Looked like a 2-year-old had wrote on that. I said, you walking around representing me like that. So give me an eraser. I erased every page.
Everything.
Every page. And I giggled when I did it because I remember Mama did to me like this. Oh, I'm putting that bullshit. I'm being like my mama. He sat there. I'm talking about face looked like. I said, I know you ain't looking at me like you going to do something. Do something. Say something.
Right.
He was up to 10 o'clock last night.
Doing
Got a
it.
call this morning. Miss Cotton, I know you was up late, but I appreciate you. She said, you know what? Your child was the only child that came back with this package. Anywhere close to being done.
Now
So,
listen, now we know.
But see, I'm a hands-on parent.
Right. I was just about to say now
You know?
because I always think about what are people gonna say. Listen, we have a Mr. Juneteenth and a Miss Juneteenth. They 2 young people. We can only vote for 2 every year. We not saying it's not other involved parents. It's not
yeah.
other
I
star
know. And
children,
we know
but there
it
are
is.
levels to this.
Most definitely.
And you know as a parent whether or not you be really putting in all your time. I know I don't really put in all my time for Juneteenth. You feel me? I know I don't. To other people it look like I'm killing it, but I know I don't do everything I could be doing. So as a parent, you know whether or not you decided I was gonna hit this blunt and listen to this music and drink this
Right.
bottle rather
Or-
than deal with that shit. That's on him. Get your life right or you'll be in middle school for 2 more years. You know what you'll be thinking. So either you're going to take the time and be a little bit more tired because he did a little bit more,
Hands-on.
or we going to say fuck it and let them go at it on their own, and now you a mother of whatever he became that's now a threat to your community. Because I respect the woman in my family with 5 boys, right, overseeing them. She said one time, whatever they become to the people is on me.
That's right.
She been a single mother. So she like, however they treat women, whatever they do to women, I personally feel like that's on me. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
sure enough, they're gonna. You
they
can
gonna
do what you want to do when you become an
but
adult.
I know when
but
you
some
left here,
that's right.
You
I
knew
know
all
what
that
I
shit wasn't
installed in
straight.
That's because
You know what I'm saying?
that's because, as you said, your Aaron,
4 boys.
he's representing you. You know what I'm saying? I always emphasize that to my sons when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? That they represented me. That's why I chose to be on their head and I let them go the route that I went. You know what I'm saying? My mother still's on my head, real time.
And I
you know
love
what
her
I'm saying?
because she be
She's-
on it, and I
she's-
love her. She my mama too now.
She's still, you know, instilling and teaching and critiquing me, but she's my biggest supporter
Most definitely.
of everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? I get frustrated because I be like, you know, but she, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, I feel where she's coming from because I always have been representing her and as a single black mother coming from the generation that I came with, you know what I'm saying? So she, you know, so she had to put extra emphasis on me because my nickname growing up was Wild Bill, you know what I'm saying? So then, like I said, when I gravitated to the streets, it was a whole new, it was a different ball game. Like I said the other day, I knew the things I can be involved in. I knew the things that I couldn't be involved in on the strength of my OG.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so basically, like I say, it starts with like I say, the representation of morals and values, rules and
definitely.
regulations. You know what I'm saying? Respect, respect.
And because we can tell that you definitely got respect in your blood and your genes. And again, hi, Mama Woods. Where can we find you at again at the D spot?
I'm right there. Like I said, I'm gonna make an announcement right now. I'm making it legit right now. I'm gonna be closing down. Not closing. I'm gonna be shutting down for about maybe 2 to 3 weeks just to regroup. You know what I'm saying? Give me some rest. regroup my blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Put a new master plan together. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be open by July 1st for the holidays or whatever. But I'm on 13148 West McNichols. You know what I'm saying? Going on 6 years between Schaefer and the Lodge Freeway. It's called the D Spot. You know what I'm saying? All Detroit brands. I love networking with. I got an open door policy for other Detroit brands, other Detroit entrepreneurs. So that's what it is, man. Like I say, stop the violence in the city of Detroit, though.
All right, man. We appreciate you for coming out. We thank y'all. Look, we gonna end. I need y'all to watch us to the end, man. Mark DeAndre gonna put up my little ad, man. The grand opening is May 29th. He tell me I can't be rushing y'all through it, man. So we gonna live them last seconds. Peep that image, man. Listen to my little drop. I need y'all to get out there May 29th. 4 Aces, we calling it 12951 Plymouth. It's a space we're gonna be using for events and a pop-up shop every Sunday for Juneteenth. Right, it's all leading up to Juneteenth for this next 4 weeks. But yeah, we need y'all to come out and support that. Juneteenth is coming. JuneteethInDetroit.com. We going 7 days and 7 nights, man. This is our 12th annual year celebrating this. We do it for the culture. We got a lot of good people involved. We got schools coming out using our event for field trips. It get deep like that when you've been doing it this long. You know what I'm saying? So we rocks with y'all. Hopefully you'll see some of the people you've seen on our show there. We got a lot of vendors. But listen, May 29th, 12951 Plymouth. Appreciate y'all. It's been Go Real or Go Home with Kong G and the Lady K.
This your girl, Lady K. I'm going back to peace, love, and soul.
So, shout out to D Wood. We appreciate you, brother.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Juneteeth Production.